3 months ago, my business hit a wall that money could not fix. What was the problem? My creativity was flattened. And what happened since then? Since then, I have tripled the revenue in my business, and it's not protocols that a business guru would give you. These are actually the complete opposite. So I'm going to go through all of this today and how I did it and what I did. And if you wait until question 7, that is going to be the biggest change that has helped me in my business and reigniting my creativity within my business. And if you don't know me already, I'm Annie. I talk everything to do with creativity, mindset, and mindfulness. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. This helps me grow this channel and reaches people out there that want to enhance their creativity, their business, and enhance their mindset to live a better, fulfilling life. The first question I would ask yourself in your business or what you're creating in the world, what is it that is flattening and killing your creativity? What is it that is truly bringing you down, that actually is taking a lot of space in your life? And just get curious around that. So a lot of people would answer at this point, me running a business requires a lot of my logical side of my brain, a lot of the black and whites, a lot of the numbers, a lot of the figures. I don't have time to be in flow state and get into my creativity. When actually, when we think about that, the best ideas and visions and everything within that comes forward when we're in our creative minds, when we think outside the box, when we think a method that would work that other competitors aren't doing. That is a question I would ask first. What is it that is the main factor that is stopping you from tapping into your visionary mindset within your business? Question 2. How do you know when you're experiencing creative burnout or you're just going through a slump within your business? Well, let me tell you, being able to identify this is going to help you make the next move that is the most aligned move that you could do, not only for yourself, for your well-being, your mental health, and your business, and the health of your business. And what I've come to find is when you are doing tasks that feel a little bit more light, or they are playing more to your strengths and you find it easier to do, there can be a sense of maybe a creative slump within that, or a procrastination, because you are so much in that logical side of your brain doing something else that it almost takes a lot of effort to shift into that creative side of your brain to then think of new ideas and be in that flow and allow yourself to be in the flow. However, if you are experiencing creative burnout, you could be so much in your creative brain thinking about different ways to be in a niche or be different to your competitors, or innovation, ideas, visions, and you have literally squeezed that sponge where you are so burnt out creatively that you don't have any capacity to even hold a conversation. So identify which one out of these it really, really is. This is going to help you actually see what you need to do in the next few moves, steps, and help you with the next questions that are coming. What counterintuitive signals reveals that your business has actually outgrown your creativity? This is going to help you get those aha moments. It's going to help you really think, oh, like I never thought of it that way. So what I would do in this situation is, with what you're creating or the ideas that you're coming up with, is your business exceeding that and it's going above and beyond? And actually, if you were to think about that creative idea, it would actually not be at the same standards of your business right now? Or are you at the point where actually your creative ideas are bigger than your business right now? And when you vision it and think about it and feel it, you are excited, it's nerve-wracking, you feel nervous about it. Feel those two things and which one stands out the most, because ideally we want to have the ideas that feel scary. If we're having ideas that are okay but don't feel that kind of way, they aren't big enough. Your business is actually growing ahead of that creative vision. Another thing to think about there. Which of the main 4 creative blocks are stopping you from your creative growth and your business growth? Number 1 would be creative burnout, where you've overthought so many creative ideas and you've not integrated or taken action on them. Number 2 would be you've been in your logistical brain for so long, you don't even have the capacity to even think or be in flow with a creative idea or a new vision for your business. Number 3, your time management. You are so focused on getting one thing done after another. It's like boom, 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 boom. And then once you've done it all, you're then at this point of, I have this very slim amount of time. Am I going to carry on working with my business, with the figures, the prospect, like how to generate sales? Am I doing all that in that small snippet of time? Or am I going to choose to use my time towards my well-being, my health, my personal life, or be in my creative zone? You cannot force your creativity, and if you do, it's not good enough. The creation is just not worth it. You have to be in a state of allowing a big chunk of time of your day to be in your creative flow, and within that, if you have any creative ideas while being in the flow, you are working. That is a moment of, okay, I'm actually doing this, because you cannot force creativity. Like, if you force it, it's not going to look great, and it's not going to feel great, and it's not going to even be a creation, because it's going to come from your logical brain. Number 5, what are the successful habits entrepreneurs are using to enhance their creativity within their business? This is a thing you can use that is going to help you ultimately set yourself up for the day to achieve those goals that you want to have within your business and your life. Number 1 out of this is morning pages, meaning you are going to get a book that is a blank sheet, and you are going to write for 3 to 4 minutes just on everything that is in your mind and put it all down. This actually allows anything that is in here that we often don't even notice the thoughts occurring because it's happening so quickly, to get it all on a piece of paper out of this mind is going to allow space and room for you to create distance between your thoughts, to then allow yourself to think outside of the box with all these other creative thoughts. That is one of the main things. Other things you can implement is actually having a mindfulness routine, but implementing parts that are going to activate different parts of your brain. Meaning, we use a different part of our brain for like learning a new language, for example. If we learn a new language, that's going to activate one part of our brain. If we're going to do something like morning pages, that's tapping into more of a creative space. We can even do something that is going to ground us, self-regulate us, and allow us to be in the present. That is the main goal when it comes to entrepreneurs that want to enhance their creativity for their business. Question 6 is, why do traditional creative habits and modalities and different approaches actually fail entrepreneurs? This is a really good question, because often entrepreneurs have this personality type, not all of them, but a lot of them are driven by either scaling their business, growing their business, or adding value to their business. But how that can actually, if that's the goal, and how the creativity habits can fail them, is it can create this resistance of push and pull. Learning how to pull back and allow the creativity to flow through you versus the pushing of the business, and making sure that all these to-do things are done for the day. And this can actually have a really like yo-yo effect, like a diet. If you're having like a yo-yo diet effect, it's the exact same in business when it comes to creativity. But what do you do when you need creativity to be able to be on top of your competitors and like outside of the box and be more niche and your unique perspective and your unique gift within your business? And this can be actually very frustrating for entrepreneurs, and I really do get it. But what I would definitely recommend with this, either one, to hire someone that is going to be able to help purely on the creative aspect, to then bring those ideas forward for you, that is niche and specific for your business, that is then going to allow you to be in your strengths to then push that. Another way you can do that, or do this, is to be able to actively ask for support with your loved ones around you. You don't have to invest money straight away into someone that's going to help you with the creative side of your business while you're in the scaling or growing or adding value of your business in that. So you asking for help or hiring is the best option for this. Number 7, as I said, to watch until this point, that I'm going to give you the one thing that helped me transform my business from a thing money could not fix into into triple timesing the revenue within the space of 3 months was allowing a 20-minute ritual every single morning for me to allow myself to get into my creative brain in the morning. And I found, for me personally, if I tap into my creativity in the morning first rather than later on in the day, a lot more ideas that are more valuable come through. I've noticed over time people are very different. So usually people's creativity come through best first thing in the morning or last thing at night. So assess, are you a night owl or are you an early morning riser? A lot of people find is either one of these. So feel what works for you, try both, and in this ritual, to get a notepad and pen and literally draw or write anything that comes to mind that is not to do with your business, but just to do with what's going on in your mind, your personal life, your well-being. Get that all out, and it almost subconsciously allows you to be in flow, because when you're writing or when you're drawing, it naturally slows you down in comparison to when you're typing on a computer, for example. And when you're doing that, that can allow you to come into self-regulation, which allows you to be more connected, more courageous with your thoughts, more creative, more compassionate. And these things are really important for the best creative ideas. Do you see where I'm going with this? Question 8 is, how do you schedule and maintain a creative flow whilst running your business? This has taken me years, but what I can honestly say hand from heart that has really helped me was, Rick Rubin has spoken about this before, which is when we schedule in our day, ideally, if you really are wanting to bring these creative ideas through, 2 to 3 hours a day where you set that time, and in that time, if you literally just sit there and notice around you and allow ideas to come through you, that is still working. If no ideas come through to you, that's fine. You may find there's days where nothing comes through, or you may find days that everything comes through and it's so hard to keep up with all the ideas. And that's the beauty of creativity. You have to be able to allow and understand that not all ideas and no ideas you can force. They have to come in naturally. You cannot force these things. But the ones that you don't force the most and allow it to be and flourish how it's meant to be are the ones that are the most valuable here. And last but not least is number 10, which is the question of how can you sustain your business growth, scaling, and value whilst having a creative ritual or time scheduled within your day. And this is something that is going to take time, especially with everyone's individual needs and wants and what they include in their day. But what I would say is you can incorporate your time of your day within your creativity. Say, for example, if you're going for a morning run, that can actually stimulate a part of your brain that can allow flow to come through. When you're driving, you will experience when you're driving, like ideas may just come through you. The best artists in the world will sit and drive with no intention just to be able to get those ideas come through to them. There is ways you can do it around your life. You do not have to just go, right, these are 2 hours or 3 hours of my day, I'm just going to sit here and wait for something to come through. There are other ways of doing this that are just as productive, that is going to help you scale and grow and add value to your business. So, are you ready to quieten that inner critic and actually add value and scale your business affordably and effortlessly? Well, I have given you guys a free download below, which is how to ultimately let go of this inner critic and the negative self-talk and actually be able to create the life you want organically. You do not have to have a business or a successful business to do this. This is for everyone, including the ones that literally just want to enhance their life more. So I'll give that down below, and if you enjoyed this, don't forget to give it a like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you on the next video.